Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Audeze Maxwell gaming headset. It is a closed back planar headphone with a hefty amount of DSP. A lot of DSP. Um, it MSRP's for $300 for the PlayStation version and $330 for the Xbox version. The PlayStation version, you'll be getting Tempest audio support, and the Xbox version, you get Dolby Atmos support. So, right off the bat, you have options. It kind of sucks they didn't have one model that would work for both. I guess some kind of prioritization of licensing fees or something. Honestly, I have no idea. All I know is that this is a really, really good headphone. With this headphone, you get active noise canceling, but not the traditional type of active noise canceling like what you're used to. Instead of canceling out noise around you in your room for you to hear, it's for people that you're talking with in your party chat to hear. And it works phenomenally. It does have two microphones. It has a built-in pinhole microphone right there, and then it's got a little place right there for you to stick your boom mic into, if I can. There we go. Stick your boom mic into. I use it primarily with the boom mic. It sounds a lot better than the little pinhole mic. The active noise canceling through your microphone will work for both microphones, and it has off, low, and high. Really, I can't tell much of a difference between low and high. They both cancel out so much noise, it's almost indistinguishable. I generally leave it on low because it does sound a hair better. Not like through the drivers, but to the people that you're talking to. It charges via USB-C. This thing holds charge forever. I've only charged it a handful of times. Audeze rates it at, I believe, 80 hours, and I believe them. It does last that long. You also, through the USB-C input, you can route audio through your phone, although it does support Bluetooth through LDAC. I mainly just hook it to the USB-C port in my phone using the dongle. I think it sounds a little bit better than LDAC, and you don't really have all that much in the way of latency issues either. It does support audio encoding through the USB-C, so you can connect it to your phone with a USB-C and get the audio through. That's one way to do it. I just use the dongle. It has a 3.5 millimeter jack. Now, because it's a DSP headphone, it's always going to be running off of its internal amp. So plug it straight into your phone or run it out of a DAC or whatever. Just don't plug it into an actual full-fledged amp. You're not going to get any benefits out of it. Just let it do its thing. It's going to sound the best on its own. You have your game audio and party chat adjustment, and then you have your overall volume. There is some air porting on this side that's not on this side. I assume because of all the air leakage that's going to be going on through these buttons. And then this is going to be your power button, and then your microphone mute button. It does swivel all the way this way, but it will not swivel all the way forward. So you can have it like laid down around your neck, but you can't have the drivers facing out. So if you want to be walking around, booming around, Audeze won't let you. This is the same headband that does come on the Audeze MM100s. So I guess that's kind of a cost-saving measure for their cheaper headphones by reusing this band. It is a comfortable band, although on the lowest setting, or the biggest setting really, the lowest for these holes, the top of this leather can make contact here, but there is padding up here too. So comfort's really not a huge issue. The only thing is, for some people, you might have both sides on different settings, and if that bothers you, you're either going to have to deal with it being too loose or too tight. Now, adjusting this leather headband is the most awful, painful experience ever, because these do not screw out. You pretty much have to stretch the leather over it every single time. And if you adjust it enough like that, I can see it wearing out. It's just how things are. If you stretch it enough times, it's going to wear out. Nothing's elastic forever. The build of this headphone feels to be all plastic. That yoke right there might actually be metal. But it's a very durable feeling headphone, and the pads are quite good feeling too. I love those pads actually. But you shouldn't have any issues with these falling apart on you. They are built like a tank. They are a little bit on the heavier side. So if you really get into your music, or you really get into your game and you're kind of ducking and weaving around, or you really lean into shit, they're gonna work their way off your head. You can tighten up this right here, the leather strap, move it down a few notches to get a tighter clamp, but it's gonna push up on your ears a lot if you do that. Alright, now let's get to what you've all been waiting for, the sound. So, these are sporting. Come on. I swear. Okay, there we go. These are sporting 90mm planar magnetic drivers. And... Oop. Yeah, I got it back on. And they do sound very good. Now, as I said earlier, there is a lot of DSP in them, and I think that's what's contributing to the way I perceive the sound, because it almost has like a crystalline sound to it. It's an extremely detailed headphone. It's probably the most detailed headphone at the price point. The actual tuning of the driver is a little on the thin sound for my liking. It probably has something to do with that crystalline sound I was talking about, but it's almost like the bass takes a back seat, which is odd because looking at frequency response graphs of this headphone, the bass is generally flat all the way down to 20 hertz, but it doesn't quite sound like it. It's there and you can hear it and it's present and it's detailed. It's just, it takes a back seat. It's almost like an IEM type sound where it's got this crystalline sound. It's almost a little thin at times. It has pinpoint imaging. The imaging is phenomenal, but the staging is all in your head. I love these for music, but not really as a gaming headset. I feel like the tuning is wrong for a gaming headset. You want something with more space and room to breathe in the stage for a gaming headset. And it's all up in your head. I have no other way to put it. It's a constant small staging. Is that bad? No. Because these things are incredible for music. Just not for gaming. There's other headphones I would recommend for gaming. You could probably save a little bit of money and get something like a Sundara closed. But if you have to have something that's wireless, I really haven't heard any other gaming headsets that's better in any regard. Because most gaming headsets, they suck for gaming and they suck for music. This is okay for gaming and top tier for music. Guitars, vocals, great. The timbre is a little plasticky at times, but overall it sounds nice. I think it's all the DSP in these headphones that give it like a plasticky sound or like an artificial sound. Plus, planars are just known to produce that sound like that just naturally on their own, so it's kind of like a double whammy against the headphone. But if all you're looking for is detail retrieval, these are the kings of the 350 and under arena. At least for closed backs. It's going to be hard to find anything better. So most of the qualms I've said about the actual sound of this headphone is really just nitpicking. Because it is a really phenomenal sounding headphone. If you're willing to spend money, there are better sounding, or if that artificialness to the sound can get to you, there will probably be better headphones. But honestly, other than that, like it's pretty well tuned, you know? Not as much for gaming. You need something like with more space in it for gaming. But if it's something like you're an audiophile, you want a headphone, you do a little bit of gaming, but you're mainly going to be listening to music on it, I'd say it's a killer deal. Jump on it, you know, if they're in stock. When I got these, it was hard to get them, and it took forever for them to show up. I will leave a link to Audeze's website down below if anybody's wants to purchase a pair. I will try to leave links to all headphones I review down below. In terms of comparisons with other wireless gaming headsets, I really don't have much to go off of because I tend to avoid buying gaming headsets because I'd rather just use an actual pair of headphones because it'll sound better in almost every way, even for gaming, versus a dedicated gaming headset. And so, like, if you're trying to choose between this or something like an Astro or like Sony's first party, you're just going to be better off getting this, even as a dedicated gaming headset, contrary to everything I just said about it. But if you're in a position where you don't mind a wire, I would recommend maybe something like maybe a closeback Sonora, as I said earlier, or maybe like a HE5XX from Drop and Hi-Fiman. Those would both be great options. Or maybe just spend that little bit more money and get like a MM100. That would be a better gaming headset. If you can deal with the wire and you have your own dedicated microphone. If you need something wireless or if you want something with a boom, you don't feel like attaching a mod mic to a pair of headphones, this is probably your only and best option. You really can't go wrong with it. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and if there's any headphones that you want to see a review on, or any kind of comparisons between headphones that you want to see, leave it down in the comments. I'll see what I can do. I'm working with limited budgets here, contrary to all the headphones I've been showing. Honestly, the collection I have now has been years in the making. So, if y'all have any ideas, leave it down below. I'll see what I can do. I'll get around to what I can do. So I'll see everybody next week. Thanks for watching.